What's going on, you guys? Like, welcome you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog back with another one take review. And today I got one for What If episode 1, which is very, very interesting because I did not expect this to be as good as it was. This first episode I thought was great. Okay, now it's pretty much just like a different scenario if things would have went different. And we have Jeffrey Wright voicing the Watcher. You know what I'm saying? It's basically telling us how these stories would go. And this one is basically a retelling of Captain America: The First Avenger. But in this case, we had, instead of Steve getting the Super Soldier Serum, it's given to Peggy Carter, who is absolutely awesome. Voiced by Haley Atwell. I think that's her. I pronounce her name. And I've seen Peggy Carter in the series. I thought she's great in the character and great in the role. But like looking at it through this lens, it's just like you're thinking about it different, right? And I'm not a huge fan of Captain America: The First Avenger. That's I mean, it's one of my least favorite like Marvel films. I don't think it's a bad film. It's just not one I just necessarily enjoy that much. But with like animation, you can do so much more, and a lot of things just are like boosted and seem a lot cooler. And that's definitely what it felt like with this, because even the way, just from a simple saying, like when like they told Peggy, like, when you be feel more comfortable behind the glass or something, and she just like, nah, I'm just gonna chill in here with y'all. I'm chilling here with the fellas. And then everything just starts changing. Everything goes down, and Steve gets shot, and she jumps in, comes out swole as hell. So I don't even know. Like, sex for them two is probably gonna be like a weird thing, because I know she putting it on Steve's ass, and I don't think my boy Steve was ready for it. I'm almost positive Steve was a virgin at that time. And then Peggy just come to. My bad. I drifted off a little bit, but I thought the episode was crazy, bro. I thought, like, because she's so good, but at the same time she's a woman, and like you have the general or whatever. I can't think of his name. I know the actor. I can see him I can visualize him because they like the animation. Oh, bro, the animation was fire. Like, I gotta give credit. Yeah, the animation is like amazing, and like it's like a mixture of like CGI, which, you know, I don't even know how to necessarily describe it. I think it's kind of how like the new Dragon Ball Super movie is gonna be. But if it's like this, it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be a little bit better though. But like nonetheless, like I'm like, damn, like this is fire the way they doing this with this character. And like I said, I'm not huge on even Peggy Carter or like this movie. The movie this is like pretty much dealing with like the Red Skull, the Tesseract, and stuff like that. But the more stuff you start seeing them do with it, you were like, oh, I didn't. Okay, I thought Steve was gonna freeze. Nope. They got the They recovered the Tesseract because of Peggy, and she's awesome with the shield, and like her and Stark are just like great together. They were great in the series together. And then you have you have them two, and she goes and retrieves the Tesseract, and then Stark is able to make the Iron Man suit out of it. It's like, okay, we get an Iron Man suit 60 years, 60, 70 years before, you know what I'm saying? We see the first one, you know? I'm like, okay, this works. Those two together, and like just the chemistry between those two, immaculate. Okay, it's just simply immaculate. Those two works. Peggy and Steve work so well together. And then when they go on to get the 107th, that's what it is. Buggy Old crew, the crew you see, Steve leading and everything. Like, boom, they going in, taking down Hydra, you taking down Nazis. It's just like the fights, cool. Bro, Peggy with this damn shield is something serious. Even when she first uses stops the truck, then she stops another truck, then she's knocking people off motorcycles, then she's throwing motorcycles at people, she's throwing people into motorcycles, she's kicking people off motorcycles, she's doing everything she possibly can. Bro, like her busting through with the gun, the shield, everything about it was so cool. Like, that's just simply what it was. And I do like this concept because it's like you always wanted to see different stuff from Marvel. Okay, you always wanted to see what Kid Marvel would be like. It's like if he actually stayed king of Wakanda. You wanted to see like what would have happened. I don't know if Black Widow would have recruited Hawkeye. Just random stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this is what that is. It's like, well, what if this happened? And I'm starting off like this way. I think it was very, very smart because like it's Captain America: The First Avenger is kind of like a staple in like Marvel movies and like the MCU. So I think everybody, even if you don't necessarily love the movie per se, I think everybody pretty much like remembers what goes down. And so I do think it was a smart move. And like Peggy Carter was awesome, bro. Like the whole thing about it, Captain Carter was great. Um, her getting back at like the general, like when there was a part where she said like, you lucky to even be in this room, because like, bro, he annoyed me the way he treated her. I understand like back then women, you know what I'm saying, weren't like looked at as like soldiers, especially not being in the front lines. But it's like, bro, she different. Like, bro, I don't even want to say like she different, because I still felt like women had the capabilities of being in the front line back then. They just, you know what I'm saying, didn't get the respect and recognition that they deserve. But like, bro, Captain Carter was dope. It's like, dude, she can whoop you like no problemo. Like you steady trying to like diss her and stuff. I didn't like that, man. Like I actually thought Steve was gone when it's like the train blew up, and I know Stark said it was invincible, but I'm like, Steve gone. Now the big kaiju calamari thing, I didn't understand that. I'm like, what? Red Skull, what are you doing? Like you couldn't think of nothing else to do other than just get like a big, like, bro, you should like thought what you was. Did you have any idea what you were going to get? That was the only part that I kind of felt like was kind of weak. Even though it was like a dope villain, not dope villain, but like a formidable villain. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just kind of like, bro, why would you go get that? Like out of all things, bro. I like where it went, bro, and the fact that she comes back through, she uses the Tesseract accidentally, obviously, and she goes in 70 years into the future. You see Nick Fury, voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, and you get a Hawk out there as well. And then she's talking about how the war is over. Like, there's a part of me want to be like, man, is Steve still alive? Like, did she go get to see Steve? Like, Steve went to go see her? Like, all of that shit. But dope first episode for whatever, man. I thought it was really good, man, and definitely worth like, the hype. I'm gonna be honest, I had zero hype for this. I just knew I was gonna get like watch it and be like, all right, that's cool, that's whatever. But with the first episode, I think they kind of like hooked me in now, so I'm pretty. I think I'm looking forward to really seeing what happens next. And like I said, that animation is so fucking crisp and just beautiful. The voice actors by everybody does a phenomenal job. So this should be a good couple of days talking about this. I'm talking about it more later on with B. Avery on his channel. So yeah, this should be fun. I know he's going crazy about it. So this was dope. You guys let me know what y'all thought about it down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys are staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.